Okay, year 6, just keep the noise down a little bit, please. Just quietly talking to the people next to you, not yelling at them. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Year 6 Oscars event.
First, let's just introduce ourselves.
Hello, I'm Annie, head girl of primary this year.
Hi, I'm Max, head boy of primary this year. And before we begin, let's take some time to appreciate how amazing you all look tonight and how lucky we are to be sat here together this evening.
Sadly, the last two Oscar events didn't make it to this auditorium, and we couldn't celebrate together.
This year has been a roller coaster of experiences, from visiting the world's greatest show on a school trip, to dissecting a lamb's heart in the science lab, to taking part in 4 school activities, and not forgetting all the amazing STEAM projects completed in the STEAM Center. It has truly been quite the learning experience for us all.
We would also like to take a moment to reflect what being head boy and head girl has meant to us this year.
We are all truly lucky to have experienced a lot of these moments, being able to listen to you and act as Sunmarke ambassadors. It really is a great way to end our primary journey.
I think Max will agree with me when I say that I would love to express gratitude towards our teachers who have given us the opportunity to improve our leadership skills when facing tasks. From managing the scoring on sports day to speaking live at the winter concert. It has been an unforgettable experience for us both.
Thank you so much for listening. We can't wait to see the next head boy and head girl following in the footsteps of all the previous leaders. Ourselves and the fellow student leaders hope we've acted as good role models for them.
We would now like to pass over to the year group leader, Miss Coughlin.
So without further ado, sit back,
relax,
and enjoy the evening.
Good evening, parents. Good evening, Year 6. I am so pleased to see so many of you here tonight looking extremely smart and very grown up. You are fast approaching your last few days of primary school, and I can stand here before you tonight and say that it will come and go very quickly. You will experience a range of different emotions on your final day: happiness, sadness, excitement, and maybe some nerves. It will all feel like a bit of a blur. So I'm going to share with you a poem, which I hope will resonate with you and stay in your mind for that day. Last 6 hours of primary school, goodbye is getting near. The sums and sentences all done, the full stop day is here. Last 5 hours of primary school, where everything's before. The aims and games and crazes, no one's crazy for no more. Last 4 hours of primary school, surrounded by a class who will scatter soon and not return when summer days have passed. Last 3 hours of primary school, when final lunchtime play. Instead of chasing friends, we try to chase and catch the day. Last 2 hours of primary school, the clock hands blur and skid. Signing shirts, remembering the coolest things we did. Last 1 hour of primary school, the clock hand where teachers understood and helped me see I could achieve, for they believed I could. Last half hour of primary school, the goodbyes that we dread, the friendships made and cherished times, memories lasting in our heads. Last ever second of primary school, the full stop rings in our ears, but 1,000 chapters left to write to leave our wonder years. Thank you for being a great year group. I wish you all the success for your future. I'd now like to celebrate the primary journey that you have been on with our final STEAM showcase, our shadow puppet show. A special thanks to Annie and Daniel for their hard work in putting this video together, especially for tonight.
When we were 5 years old, we started school to learn about life and be ready for the big world we live in. Let our journey begin. When we were 6 years old, we stepped into primary for the first time. We learned to encourage each other to keep reaching for the stars.
When we were 7 years old, we learned if you're a true warrior, competition doesn't scare you, it makes you better. Winning the race like it was sports day. If we work our whole heart, we will succeed.
When we were 8 years old, adventure taught us that alone we can do little. Together we can do much. Let's celebrate the adventure, being taught about about Diversity at International Day. Leave the bad memories away.
When we were 9 years old, we learned that even though our teachers were hidden behind the screen, we would always be a fighter. No virus could stop us from succeeding.
When we were 10 years old, we only saw our goals. We didn't believe in failure, still adapting to the school life, transitioning to masks, the overwhelming social distancing, and reuniting with friends old and new. Now we are 11 years old and learn all about the heart in SpaceX, discovering the Beatles in forest school. Now we tell our story like we did in Aladdin Trouble. We put a full stop on primary years, which were filled with exquisiteness where amazing happens.
Thank you very much. I'm going to just start by saying that is the only good photo of me that exists in the entire world, okay? So I'm going to leave it up there for as long as I can. I actually even sent that photo to my mum because I've never, ever looked normal in a photo before. So I'm going to make the most of it. Thank you for inviting me tonight. I really appreciate the opportunity just to come and say hello and say well done. Yeah, I know it's been a long year. Stop, start, mask on, mask off, hard. But I want to start also by saying it's great for me to be stood here and be able to recognise lots of you. Some of you with or without red paint, some of you I've seen on sports fields, some of you I've been lucky enough to see performing in musicals or in other aspects of our school life. And it's been brilliant to be able to kind of integrate a little bit into Year 6. But also kind of get to know some of you. I'm sorry that even though we are kind of in one school, probably secondary feels a little bit remote, or secondary staff do, but hopefully that's something we'll work on. So I'm prepared. I've written a speech and everything, so I'll make a start. So well done. You've reached the first big milestone in your educational life. You've got to the point where you transition from primary to secondary, and it's a big jump for lots of people in this room, not just you. It will be an interesting transition, I think, for you, because moving from the kind of big people in the school to the smallest people in the school is going to be a little bit difficult. You've been role models. We've just seen our head boy and girl, who obviously are role models. I'm sure there's many other people in the audience that have been role models through Year 6, and you'll be going in and there'll be an expectation that you'll be continuing to be role models as you come in, and you'll see other people in the school, and hopefully you'll be able to see what that role modeling looks like as you move forward. You've had hard work this year. Year 6 is a challenge. You've had to go through your tests, your exams, your end of year things that are kind of pressure. And that's something that we begin to get used to as we go forward into a secondary school. Transition can be really challenging for people. The fear of the unknown is strong in all of us, but particularly more so when we're younger, and we probably have a little bit more fear about what might be out there. As you get older, you kind of begin to understand that some things are less frightening than you first thought they would be. Hopefully that transition is going to be one of them for you. I want to talk to you a little bit about life in secondary. Much of your life in secondary is going to be the same as it's been this year. You know, you'll be coming to the same school. A lot of you will have the same teachers that you'll have had the fortune to spend some time with this year. A lot of them will be in the same classrooms. So for you guys, the transition isn't quite the same jump it would be for people maybe from our home countries, where you move from a separate primary school into a separate secondary school. But it's still a big jump. So just want to give you a few tips about surviving and thriving in secondary. So the first one, be prepared. Okay, that means pack your bag the night before, spend as much time as you feel you need to produce really good home learning topics. Just engage as much as you can in your learning process. So as you move through the school, you feel more confident, because confidence is really important. So pack the bag the night before, put the home learning in, have the conversations with the teachers, but be prepared. The second thing is, never be frightened to ask a question. Your teachers are invariably the oldest person in the room, but they're not always the cleverest person in the room. You will know things that I don't know. Every one of you knows something that I don't know. And so sometimes we make an assumption as teachers that if we just talk, you just understand, but it's not always the way. If you're giving your teachers 100% of your attention and you're not understanding it, stick your hand up and ask the question. Don't be afraid to ask that question, because your outcomes are really dependent on how much you learn, and as is your confidence. Ask those questions. Take risks. I was fortunate enough to be sat right about there when I saw the stage production, and it was amazing. Amazing to me, because I would never have had the confidence to stand on stage at your age. I don't really enjoy it now, if I'm honest with you. I certainly couldn't have sung or danced, and I certainly couldn't have done it in a second language, you know. So I already know I've got a room full of risk takers out there. So push on that. Do something different. Join an ECA, join a club. If you saw the production and you loved it, join the production for next year. But do something different. Push the boundaries a little bit. And have fun. School's supposed to be fun for the students, not for you teachers, but for the students, school's fun. Make the most of it. These are, Miss Copland called them the wonder years. They are. You know, they're going to be the best years you have. I would say to you now, work is a long, long time. You know, you're a lot longer in work than you are in school, so make the most of the time in school. And just lastly, before I leave, this transition isn't easy for your parents. The point at which you go from being their little babies to the point at which you start wearing ties and going to school is really hard for them. So take some time tonight, just to give them a little cuddle, just so they know. And have a chance to have a chat with your teachers, because they'll miss you. They've spent a year with you, you know. They might not say it out loud, but they really love you. So take a bit of time tonight just to say thank you to them, because they invest a lot in you and they really want to see you succeed. So I look forward to seeing you in the secondary school. I genuinely do. I hope you have a brilliant summer. All the best.
Please, can I ask you now to give a very warm welcome to the stage, Kyle and Lisa.
How easy your day could be, but you have made it better so far. Say, it certainly seemed to me you needed some company. It's truly been a pleasure so far. Bangers and mash, carrots and peas, needs one another like a crack and eats cheese. Making the next strawberries and cream. Some things go together perfectly. Wow, there's something about a smile, a good with a certain style. And now I can't forget her. No, sir, she's taken me by surprise. The moment I saw those eyes,
go together perfectly. Boy, it's such an amazing day. I don't even know his name, but wow, I'm glad I met him. Joe, he's a likable kind of guy. It's hit me between the eyes, and no, I can't forget him for sure. Bangers and mash, carrots and peas, need one another like a crack in his cheese. Bacon and eggs, strawberries and cream, some things go together perfectly. Bangers and mash, carrots and peas, need one another like a crack in his cheese. Bacon and eggs, strawberries and cream, some things go together perfectly. Some things go together perfectly.
Well, 6A, where do I even begin? When I stood back in front of you in September and promised you how quickly this year would go, when I told you that it would feel like you'll blink and just miss it and it will all be over, I wasn't lying. I remember that day like it was yesterday, looking out at all of those nervous faces and beady eyes, none of us knowing what the year had in store for us. We didn't know who we'd be friends with, if we would manage the whole year in school without switching to online, what we would thrive in, and what we would find difficult. You have impressed me so much with the character strengths that you have possessed and demonstrated, and the hard work that you have shown in the classroom every single day. We've shared many memories throughout the year, from embarking on the new STEAM experience together and being the first ones to use the SpaceX Centre, our trips to Expo and Tech Factor, where I had to endure your never-ending singing on the bus, seeing you extremely excited on our extremely hot International Day, rocking out to our boy band, and even the moments shared in the classroom, whether that be during break and lunch times playing cards, or all of the times where you have simply just been talking to one another. Cherish all of them, because sometimes you will never know the true value of a moment until it becomes a memory. But what a journey that we have been on. But most importantly, what a fantastic personal journey each of you have been on. You came to me as young, fresh-faced year fives, and I feel like you are leaving me as young adults who are ready for year 7 and what is to come. I have watched you all mature and grow so much in your own way. The children who are sat in front of me today are not the same children who were sat in front of me back in September. You should all feel extremely proud of what you have accomplished. It has not always been easy. You have come face to face with many challenges, COVID-related and not, but you have all demonstrated more resilience and perseverance than I could ever have hoped. I know that with that grit and determination, you'll be able to overcome any challenge or barrier that lies in front of you. So dream big, aim high. You are all capable of great things, and if you put your mind to it. Believe that you can, and you're already halfway there. We are very soon coming to the end of another school year. The last week of school, the last week of year 6, and your last week of primary school. A significant chapter in your life will be closing. However, such an exciting chapter is about to begin. It's a change and a new challenge, but one that I know that you are definitely ready for. Thank you for doing this year with me. I hope that you all have a wonderful and relaxing summer. You have most definitely earned it. And I wish you all the very best in your futures. Thank you very much. It gives me great joy to kickstart now our main awards for this evening. So these are the 12 awards that the children voted for in class, and we are going to kickstart it with our class comedian. The nominations for class comedian are 6A, Mahan, 6B, Adam, 6C, Sharif, 6D, Jensen, and 6E, Abube. I am delighted to announce that the winner of our class comedian is Mahan. I would now like to introduce Mr. Butler to the stage.
Okay, good evening, parents and future Year 7s. I'm going to start my speech today with a quote that 6B know very well. Nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. This has been the aim for 6B all year. We have faced many challenges, such as forgetting to complete homework, negative mindsets towards certain subjects, fallings out, and the rest. However, at this stage of the year, I can say I am so proud of all of you. You have overcome all obstacles thrown at you and have risen to become some amazing young adults. I am confident that you are ready for the big transition, and I believe you're about to start the most exciting time of your life. Exciting because the next 6 to 7 years, you get to choose more and more of how your life's going to turn out. You choose more and more what subjects you'd like to study, what sports you'll like to pursue, what kind of friends you'll have, and most importantly, the kind of person that you want to be. Now is the time to take risks and to fall forward. Now, when I finished Year 6, which many of you may find hard to believe was 21 years ago, my then class teacher read me a poem by Dr. Seuss that has stuck with me ever since, and I would like to read it to you here this evening. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the person who will decide where to go. You'll look up and down the streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. You'll be on your way up, you'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who will soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true, that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked, some windows are lightened, but mostly they're dark. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare stay out? Do you dare go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right and 3/4, or maybe not quite? Or go around the back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker-upper to make up his mind. You can get so confused that you'll start to race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or a phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or the waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing, where banners flip-flapping. Once more you'll rise high, ready for anything under the sky, ready because you're that kind of guy. All the places you'll go, there is fun to be done. There are points to be scored, there are games to be won, and the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winner of all. Fame. You'll be as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes you won't. But on you will go, though the weather be foul. On you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go, though the wolves they will howl. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On you will hike, and I know you will hike far, and face up to your challenges, whatever they are. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98% and 3/4 guaranteed. Kid, and year 6B, you will move mountains. So be your name Sabine or Vivian or Bray or Mordecai Ali, Van, Tarek, O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Go well, 6B. Thank you. I'd like to now announce the award for the Positive Education Pioneer. So the nominees were Sama from 6A, Liliana from 6B, Missy from 6C, Kenzie from 6D, and Renard from 6E. So the winner is Kenzie, 6D. I also have the privilege of offering out another award this evening, and that is for our amazing artiste. So the nominees were Kyla from 6A, Salma from 6B, Lisa from 6C, Sarah from 6D, and also Lisa from 6E. So the winner was Sarah, 6D. Okay, thank you very much. I'd now like to introduce Mr. Clawton to the stage.
Good evening. Slightly unlike Mr. Kelly's photo, I've never had a photo where I looked more shocked. Anyway, it is an absolute pleasure to be here this evening. It's become a little bit of a tradition that I create a poem at the end of my year 6 classes. And this year is no different. So I'd like to name this poem Sunmarke with 6C. Year 6, what a year we have had. Learning, laughing, and I've tried my best not to make you sad. It's been fun, it's been amazing. Some say it's been long. Now I've written a poem about you, 6C. It's a poem because I knew you would not appreciate a song. A singer, a dancer, a true performer at heart. You've worked so hard in year 6, Lisa, but now it is time to part. Vicar is always so kind, always thoughtful, and shows that she really does care. But if you get on the wrong side of her, beware of the death stare. Isa, our class film buff. He'll give you advice about what you should be seeing, and if the acting career takes off, one day it will be him on the big screen. Now, Farhad, the progress you've made this year is incredible, and what can I say? Your kindness, your smile, your charisma will take you far in life. Don't let anything get in your way. Marina, Marina. Now, she knows this song because I sing it in class, you see. Our mermaid Marina is so smart and so inquisitive and so nosy. Ayan is absolutely car mad and determined that one day he'll drive a Ferrari. Keep working hard and come back in a few years to show me that car key. As year 6 draws to an end and year 7 creeps ever so closer, it's nearly here. Let's remember it's been Talal that has spread the classroom humour all throughout the year. I've watched with immense pride as the confidence in Anna Laura has grown and grown. As she enters year 7, I have no doubt that her warm and loving soul will be shown. School shoes. Now, this is something that Yasin does not care to wear. However, he's always kind, funny, hardworking, and reps the Mo Salah hair. By far the most animal knowledge in any adult or child I have ever met. It is clear that Mikhail was born to be the world's best vet. Ethan's time in year 6 has come to an end, and into year 7 he must go. I will forever miss him in the morning register. Instead of good morning, it's hello. Joining the class a little later, and in such a short time has come so far, Navira, the fashion diva who is destined to become a star. A young, kind Italian girl who is also so sweet and so polite. Don't be fooled by the exterior. Karen is pure girl power and can put up a fight. Young Pallav, you are destined for greatness, whether it's business, a lawyer, or a real estate star. When you are rich and famous, please think back and remember, Mr. Clawton helped me get this far. Kindness, politeness, and a pianist that plays in a perfect key. By the end of year 6, Yulia was so smart, I'm pretty sure it was her who was teaching me. Sharif and Arman are always out shooting hoops on the basketball court. Always remember the respect, kindness, and determination of which I taught. Although this wonderfully kind and smart girl already thinks she's a teen, without a doubt, Missy is our reigning 6C class queen. Now, your time in primary has drawn to an end. I consider everyone as a very good friend. Education, respect, and having fun. Peace out. Big love. I've been Mr. Clawton. It is my absolute pleasure to be awarding the Oscar for Love of Learning. So could I see the nominations, please? In 6A, we have Kyle. In 6B, we have Rital. 6C, we have Marina. And 6D, we have Malik. 6E, we have Omar. And our winner for the Love of Learning Oscar is Omar in 6E. Okay, our next award this evening, guys, is an award for our Sunmarke Sports Superstar. Our nominees for this are 6A, we have Safe. 6B, we have Yusuf. 6C, we have Arman. And 6D, we have Elliot. 6E, we have Vivara. And the winner of our sports superstar is 6A Safe. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome to the stage 6D's Miss Morris.
Now, I absolutely hate this picture as we're on the theme of pictures, but there's definitely a better one out there. So next time we'll use the other one. But I am so proud of every single one of 6D. Now, I can't promise that I won't get emotional because I'm quite an emotional person. So I'm feeling the positive vibes from 6D because I know you'll get me through this. I can't see you, but I know you'll get me through. Hi. Okay. It gives me so much joy and a little sadness to wish 6D a fond farewell and offer my congratulations to each and every one of you. I have no doubt that you are prepared for this transition from the comfortable surroundings and known faces of primary school to the brand new routines, teachers and classmates of secondary school. To bid you farewell, I will try and get through this poem. Starting in 2015, young, sweet and keen, moving on in 22 to chase your wildest dreams. What a long journey we have had together, learning, laughing and growing. It's off to secondary school now that you are going. The past few years have been quite tough, with staying at home, missing friends and all the online stuff. Despite it all, you've persevered more than we had ever hoped. You've shown that you've got this, so we know how well that you will cope. September will bring changes, new faces, new teachers, a new start. But have confidence in all that you've achieved now that we're apart. Hold on to all the memories, trips and awesome lessons that we have shared. Remember your friends, your teachers, and all the school staff who have cared. Recall times table facts, sentence types. You've learned them all in SPAG. Keep in mind your listening skills. You've got this in the bag. But mostly, remember how much that you are valued. You are superstars through and through. I will never forget the fabulous class of 2022. You are all truly amazing. So, without further ado, we have some nominations for Top Notch Techie. So, the nominees are Daniel Agavi in 6A. In 6B, we've got Sarp. 6C, Palav. 6D, Daniel Samir. And 6E, Siam. And the winner is Siam. Now, unfortunately, Sion cannot be here tonight to collect his award, but we will keep it safe for him so that he can collect it when he returns. So give him a clap, even though he can't hear it. Okay, our next award is for Kindest Heart. The nominees are 6A, Luai. 6B, Max. 6C, Karen. 6D, Misha. And 6E, Liana. And the winner is Max. Okay, I would now like to welcome to the stage Miss Dennehy.
Good evening, 6E. Now, I know how much you hate being last for everything. It's been a regular moaning point this year during Friday Assembly, where you always have to wait right until the end of the whole school to find out who has got Spirit of Sunmarke in our class. And lo and behold, you find yourself in exactly the same situation this evening. Even outdoor in the corridor waiting to get into the auditorium, I heard, "Why have we got to wait so long? Why are we always last?" But I think I can safely say that tonight we have saved the best till last. Now, this evening is your special night, and I would also like to celebrate it with you and all that you have achieved in primary school. But I will also be joining your celebration, as for me, this event is going to be a key memory of mine, as you are my final class that I will teach before I leave Dubai. So to start off, I would like to thank you for making my final year at Sunmarke a fun, exciting and happy one. I will always be grateful for the lovely memories that you have given me. And since this is a happy event, I don't want to spend too much time talking about the past, but thought it would be a nice idea to look forward to what lies ahead for you in your future. There is a saying that you may or may not know that sprang to my mind whilst I was trying to write this speech for this evening, and it goes, "You cannot put an old head on young shoulders." Now, I do not consider myself old, although I know for a fact there are some smirks in the 6E audience right now, but I would like to take this opportunity to offer some words of wisdom for you for the future. And as you close one chapter of your life and begin another, I hope that these are things you remember and look back on when you need them. And actually, a lot of them I feel like Mr. Kelly has already mentioned, so I feel like we're definitely on the same wavelength. Firstly, say yes to everything. Never turn down a new opportunity, no matter how far-fetched, daunting, or strange it might sound. Join that ECA, try out for all the squads, audition for musicals and performances, enter a competition. Embrace the unknown, and I can assure you from experience, it will allow you to discover hidden talents and passions that you never knew you had. Take advantage of everything on offer to you, and if you don't like it, at least you can say you tried. Next, don't worry so much. The past few years of your primary life have not been ideal, to say the least. From COVID lockdowns and restrictions to online learning, your generation really are quite unique in what you have gone through as children. Make sure that from here on in, you enjoy everything in whatever you do. Make time for your friends and family, as if there is one thing that the pandemic has taught us, it is that you can never take these people for granted. There will be times when you feel like you can't cope. Between assessments and homework deadlines, out of school commitments, you might feel like giving up and not bothering. I know this because I have seen glimpses of it this year already. But I want you to not stress. Take a deep breath, think positive, and carry on. Everything will always be all right in the end. And trust me, this is something even as an adult you need to remind yourself of sometimes. Thirdly, I want you to be grateful for everything you have. Take a look around you and appreciate where you are and how fortunate you are to live in a country like Dubai and to go to a school like Sunmarke. I know it seems hard to comprehend, but you are all incredibly lucky. There are children not only in this country, but all around the world that would give anything to have what you have. I know that when I was 11 years old, I could only dream of going to a school like this and grow up in a place filled with people from all walks of life who have different religions, cultures, and languages. Don't take anything for granted and always show gratitude for the life that has been afforded to you by your family. It is something very special indeed. And finally, and I think most importantly, but also the one that you might find the hardest to remember when things get tough, be kind to yourself and to others. There is a famous quote from an Irish writer, Oscar Wilde, who said, Be yourself. Everybody else is already taken. In an age where you are surrounded by social media stars who portray themselves as having the perfect life, I will admit at times it's easy to feel envious and copy what they do. But promise me, you are better. Each one of you is special and unique, and you need to remember to be proud of who you are and own it. Don't compare yourself to others, and always know and always remind yourself of how amazing you are. This goes for those around you too. You have no idea what others go through day to day, so always be kind no matter what, and I know you are all capable of doing that. So 6E, those are my pearls of wisdom for you. I hope that you think of them from time to time and remember the advice given to you by that old Year 6 teacher you once had. And that leaves nothing else to say but to thank you for all of your hard work this year. Your resilience, your enthusiasm, your laughter, and your bravery through all the ups and downs that Year 6 brought us. I wish you nothing but the best as you make your way to Year 7, and wish you luck during those first few weeks on not getting lost in the corridor, forgetting your timetable, forgetting your books. But most of all, I hope that you enjoy making new friends and new memories. Thank you, 6E. And now I have the pleasure of announcing 2 more awards. So the next award is for Eco Enthusiast. And the nominees are Lily from 6A, Yaku from 6B, Mikhail from 6C, Alia from 6D, and Adita from 6E. And the winner is Mikhail from 6C. Next award, Musical Maestro. The nominations are Alexander from 6A, Delphina from 6B, Yulia from 6C, Dasmika from 6D, and Lisa from 6E. The winner is Dasmika. And now I would like to hand over to Miss Margarita, who is going to be announcing the all-important Sunmarke King and Queen.
It is a great honor for me to be here tonight and to present to you the nominees for the Queen, Sunmarke's Queen. The nominees are Amina from 6A, Annabella from 6B, Missy from 6C, Farida from 6D, and Daniela from 6E. And this year's Sunmarke Queen goes to Daniela. And this year's Sunmarke King, the nominees are for 6A, Save, 6B, Hadi, 6C, Arman, 6D, Jensen, and 6E, Yusuf. And your king, your Sunmarke King goes to Jensen. And now it's my great joy and pride to call forward your musical maestro, Tasmika, who will give us her gift of song, the beautiful song, Beautiful Ghosts.
Follow me home if you dare to. I wouldn't know where to lead you. Should I take chances when no one took chances on me? So I watch from the dark, wait for my life to stop with no beauty in my memory. All that I wanted was to be wanted. Too young to wander London streets alone and haunted. Born into nothing. At least you have something, something to cling to. Visions of dazzling rooms I'll never get let into. And the memories were lost long ago. But at least you have beautiful ghosts. Perilous night, their voices calling, a flicker of light before the dawning. Out here the wild ones are taming their fear within me, scared to call them my friends and be broken again. Is this hope just a mystical dream? All that I've wanted was to be wanted. Too young to wander London streets alone and haunted. Born into nothing. At least you have something, something to cling to. Visions of dazzling rooms I'll never get let into. And the memories were lost long ago. But at least you have beautiful ghosts. And so maybe my home is what I had known that I thought it would be. But I feel so alive with these phantoms of night. And I know that this life isn't safe, but it's wild and it's free. All that I've wanted was to be wanted. I'll never wander London streets alone and haunted. Born into nothing. With them I have something, something to cling to. I never knew what love this world have let me into. The memories were lost long ago. So I'll dance with these beautiful ghosts. And the memories were lost long ago. So I'll dance with these beautiful ghosts.
Mr. Kelly just whispered to me before I came up, I wouldn't want to be following Thasmika. Neither do I, Thasmika. That was absolutely stunning. So I have to say that I am so excited to be presenting this award tonight. And for once, it has been a very easy decision to make. From the first time I set foot in a Year 3 class, way back in 2018, this person stood out to me for her sunny nature, her infectious smile, and the caring manner with which she treated everybody, particularly if they were upset. Over the years, I have seen relentless positivity, encouragement for others, and a humility that belies her intelligence and talent, something I said to her dad last week. She is always willing to put others first, and I believe that she represents the values of Sunmarke perfectly. When I thought of a legendary leader, there was an obvious choice, our very own head girl. Annie, congratulations. Okay, so now Miss Margarita and I have the very great pleasure of presenting our class awards.
So we are going to kick off the class awards starting with 6A. So I would love to welcome to the stage Daniel, Sajida, Luai, Alia, Mark, Kyla, Lily, Mahan, Saif, Amina, Igor, Sama, Zaina, Kyle, Alex, Kyra, Rami, Omar, and Elisa. Congratulations, everybody in 6A.
Okay, so it's now the class awards for 6B. Starting off, we'll have Salma, Jana, Max, Annie, Adam, Jakob, Lily, Thomas, Hadi, Aidan, Delphina, Yanis, Jay, Sart, Ratal, Yusuf, and finally Noah. Pardon?
Okay, I would like to welcome to the stage the class of 6C. So we're going to start off with Talal, followed by Fahad, Arman, Marina, followed by Mikal, Ayan, followed by Isa. We have Karen, Yulia, Vika, Ethan, Annalora, Missy, Palav, Lisa, and Yasin. Come up to the stage, guys. Well done to the class of 6C.
Okay, now on to 6D. So we've got Ryan, Jad, Abdullah, Faraz, Autumn, Alia, Olga, Misha, Andre, Kenzie, Leo, Farida, Eliza, Elliot, Hiba, Tasmika, Malik, Jensen, Daniel, Faisal, and Sarah. Congratulations, 6D, well done.
And last but not least, for the final time tonight, we have the class awards for 6E. So can I welcome to the stage Noor, Youssef, Adam, Hamdan, Ibrahim, Afan, Liana, Omar, Rinad, Bara, Azim, Zaid, Daniela, Sion, Lisa, Adita, Abube, and Elise.
And so it falls to me to draw the evening to a close. I would like to begin by thanking all of you for taking the time and making the effort to come here to be a part this evening of our Year 6 Oscars celebration. Family, friends, mums and dads, brothers, sisters, teachers, We have all come out in honour of you, boys and girls, our class of 2022. Some of you have been in Sunmarke since we opened in 2016, and there are a few of you sitting here tonight who were in Regent before that. Others of you have joined us along the way, and even though some of you may only have been here for a little while, I want you to know that each and every person here tonight is a very valued member of our Sunmarke family, and we will miss all of you greatly when you leave primary. As your head teacher, it's my absolute honour and privilege to be able to stand here tonight and to bid you farewell. I started Sunmarke in 2018 when you were in year 3. And I remember lots of you because you had the misfortune of being taught VIA and theme by me twice a week. But what really struck me about you as a cohort was the friendships that were so clear then and that are apparent even now. I remember laughing with you, being proud of you, watching you be upset and comfort each other, and witnessing the many triumphs that you have had. It's very sad that some of your classmates can't be here with us tonight, but I know that they're watching online and that they are here in spirit, and we are celebrating all of them every bit as much as everyone who is here this evening. Boys and girls, Miss Dennehy alluded to this earlier. You are so fortunate to have experienced everything that a Sunmarke education has to offer. But I think that we are even more fortunate that we have had the chance to get to know you and to get to love you. We have watched you all grow and mature over the last few weeks, months, and years, and it has been a pleasure. You've seen many challenges along the way, but you have faced them all with resilience, perseverance, creativity, and humour. Though you missed out on some opportunities due to COVID, you have been fortunate to make many memories along the way. Some of my favourite memories are your very first STEAM showcase. I remember your faces when you first went into SpaceX, and the faces of your parents when they came in and saw your wonderful design thinking skills. International Day, where many of you performed, and even more of you stuffed your faces silly with all of the delicious food that was there. And also as recently as last week, our Aladdin Trouble musical. And Kyle and Lisa reminded us this evening just how special that was. But I think that tonight tops it all for me. To see you all in your finery, to see the love and respect that you have for each other, to see how you have celebrated each other's achievements is a magical experience for me and one that I will treasure for many years to come. I hope you will too. I've often said to Mr. Kelly that he is inheriting an incredible bunch of students. Though I will miss you all, I know you are more than ready to take this next step in your educational journey. Mr. Kelly and his secondary staff will look after you, encourage you, and inspire you to be the very best that you can be. I'm excited to find out what the future holds for all of you because I know it is bright. Congratulations, Year 6. Now, just before we finish, I would like to take the opportunity to thank a few people who have made tonight possible. Miss Angie, who is my executive assistant, has organised absolutely everything behind the stage and behind the scenes this evening. In fact, I could barely dress myself without Miss Angie. She is definitely my right-hand woman. Miss Shari and our housekeeping team for setting up everything so beautifully. Sean, up in the box, making sure that there were no technical hitches. To Ashik and Fraser and Leanne and Aravin from our marketing team for making sure that we have this covered and that you will be able to watch it back and see many memories and cherish them for a long time to come. For our founder, Mrs. Mankani, who is with us in this amazing auditorium that is named after her late father, for gifting us this incredible space to come and celebrate your time in primary. Have I forgotten anyone? I think so. there are 6 very special individuals who have been with you day in and day out in year 6. Miss Coughlin, Mr. Butler, Mr. Clawton, Miss Morris, Miss Dennehy, and Miss Margarita. They have loved you, cherished you, nourished you, scolded you when you needed it, but they have had your back the entire year, and they will miss you hugely. I would like to invite them to come and stand on the stage to receive a very small token of gratitude from some of our student leaders. Please come to the stage. Max, are you mobilizing? And finally, parents, thank you so much for supporting us and for accompanying us on this roller coaster of a journey. It has been my absolute pleasure to get to know your children and to accompany them this far. They are in very safe hands with Mr. Kelly. It is almost over, boys and girls. Miss Coughlin said at the beginning it would be over in the blink of an eye, and she was right. Congratulations to every single one of you who was nominated for an award, who won an award, and also who voted for people to win an award. I would like to ask the teachers to bring their children out class by class first of all, and then we'll ask parents to come out and accompany us at the top of the grand staircase for some nibbles and lovely chat. Thank you very much for coming, everybody.